This might be the toughest thing I've ever done when it comes to football predictions, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So here it comes, UEFA Conference League Matchday 1 predictions. What's up everybody, welcome back to A Ball and a Goal. My name is Cornel, and in this video I'm gonna try to predict the Matchday 1 UEFA Conference League games. Now, before I start, just a side note, I was raised in a 3 European Cup competitions, so for me it's pretty natural to have 3 competitions. Now, I'm not trying to say that UEFA Conference League is by any means a replica of the UEFA Cup. Actually, I think the UEFA Cup, the old UEFA Cup, was actually probably the toughest competitions for clubs in Europe, just because the big leagues like Italy, Spain, Germany had 3 or even 4 teams in it, whereas in the European Cup, the old European Cup, was only 1 team from a country, the champions of the country. However, I do believe a trophy is a trophy, and just because there's no teams coming from the Europa League or from the Champions League, one of these 36 teams that they are starting the competitions will be crowned European champions, and I think it will mean a lot for any one of them. And if you can say that Chelsea is a world champion, then I'm pretty sure we can all agree we can declare one of these teams coming May next year European champions. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I know and I watched these teams. I do, however, follow some of them, and I will elaborate when I have more information, and I'll try to be as strict as possible when I don't have that much. So here it goes. Dynamo Kiev, Crystal Palace. I do believe that Crystal Palace was a little bit lucky in the sense that they ended up in the Conference League. They do have a shot to win it, to be honest. If they can keep everybody fit, especially Gehi, Sar, Mateta, the backline, I think they really can go all the way, even win it. When it comes to Ukrainian clubs, for the reason that I'm not going to discuss here, I don't think they are any even close to what they were, let's say 10, 15 years ago. Dynamo Kiev is first in the Ukrainian league, which probably is played somewhere else right now, and obviously this game is going to be played probably in Poland. So for that reasons, I do believe that Crystal Palace will win this game. And not just for that reason, I do believe that they are obviously a better team, and like I said, if they keep everybody fit, if Glasner stays, probably the most important thing, then they really have a shot at winning this competition, or at least going to the semifinals. Jagiellonia, Hamrun. I want to touch on Ekstraklasa for a little bit, because I think over the last, I'll say probably 5 years, has become one of the most competitive leagues outside of the top 5 big leagues in Europe. Just to put it in context, Poland has 4 teams in the Conference League phase. None of them is currently top 3 in the Ekstraklasa. So pretty competitive if you ask me. I think it's going to be an easy win for Jagiellonia. They did made it to the quarters, if I remember correctly, last year. And they do have Jesus Imaz, Spanish striker, who has over 100 goals so far since he joined Jagiellonia 8 years ago. Currently joined top scorer in Ekstraklasa. Kups Drita. I watched Kups actually, I think in the first qualifying round of the Champions League. They were the champions of Finland, as Drita was the champions of Kosovo, and they both ended up in the Europa League. And they were terrible. And actually won the game. I think it was a team from Moldavia that they play in the first round. Drita, to be honest, they did put some problems to Copenhagen. They lost both games against them, but they won by only 1 goal each. Then they almost knock out FCSB, the Romanian team, in the Europa League, third qualifying round. They lost both games as well, again by 1 goal each. So I do think that they can go in Finland and cause an upset. They're currently, I think, 6th in the Kosovo League Cups, 3rd in Veuska Liga Championship Group, which is played from spring till fall. Still have a shot at the title, but I do believe that Drita can go in and cause an upset. Lausanne Breidablik. Breidablik, the Icelandic champions. Lausanne, a terrible start in Switzerland Super League. I think they currently sit 9, which is second from the bottom, just 1 win. However, if I remember correctly, they did made it to the quarters last year. So I do believe the quality they have, they should be able to win this game. Lech Poznan, Rapid Vienna. If you can call one of these games a blockbuster, this probably will be it. I watched Lech Poznan a couple of times this season, and I do believe that they underachieved based on the quality they have in their team. I do like the right back, Pereira, and also, of course, Ishak, another Swedish striker. Just this one is spelled with H. They do have a good team like Poznan, and like I said, based on the quality they have in their team, probably they underachieved. They started in the Champions League, and they ended up in the Conference League. Currently, I think 7 in Ekstraklasa, but like I said, a very competitive league. So yeah, if you want to watch one game from Conference League, match day 1, probably this one will be the one that I recommend. Noah Rijeka. Unfortunately, I'm surprised how, first of all, Rijeka won the Croatian League last season. Pretty disappointed this season. Of course, started in the Champions League. Just 1 win, I think, in the Croatian League so far. Sitting 9th, which is second from bottom. Noah is one team that I actually enjoy watching last season in the Conference League. And to be honest, there were 2 teams that I really enjoyed watching, Paphos and Noah, both playing with energy, with fluidity, not being afraid. So I was hoping to see them both in the Champions League. Unfortunately for me, Noah didn't make it, Paphos did. They already played a team from ex-Yugoslavia in the qualifying rounds. They eliminated Budućnost Podgorica from Montenegro, I think, in the first qualifying round of the Champions League. And I do expect, based on the current form, Noah to win this game by 1 goal margin. Omonia Nicosia Mainz. I do like the teams from Cyprus. Last season as well, this season too, they can cause upsets at home. Mainz started the Bundesliga pretty slow. I don't think they are kind of used to playing every 3 days basically. So I do think that Omonia can cause an upset, even get a win, if not at least a draw. I think there are currently 4 teams with the same number of points leading in the Cyprus League, and Omonia is one of them. But these teams from Cyprus, they do have the experience at this level, so I do think they are prepared and they're gonna get a result in this game. Rayo Skandia. This is a straightforward game for me. I've seen Skandia a couple of times in the qualifying rounds, and to be honest, they were pretty poor. They did eliminate FCSB though, and after that they lost against Karabag. That was in the Champions League, and they ended up in the Conference League. Rayo, currently sitting in the bottom half of the table in Spain, but their schedule at the beginning of the season was really tough. I think they played pretty much all the teams that are involved in European competitions: Barcelona, Real, Atletico, Villarreal, Celta Vigo, and also Osasuna, which they pipped, by a goal difference last season to get in the Conference League. So I do think Rayo will win this game pretty comfortably. And then Zrinjski Mostar from Bosnia and Herzegovina against league called Red Imps. This is a celebration for this team from Gibraltar to be in the proper Conference League. And to be honest, they are not that bad. They did play Red Star Belgrade, I think, in the first qualifying round of the Champions League, a game that lost at home 1-0 due to a penalty converted by Rui Duarte from Red Star. I remember watching because the stadium is so small next to the ocean over there. So Zrinjski, I think, currently third in the Bosnian League after Bora, Banja Luka and Zaleznikar, and I think they will come through, but it's not going to be an easy fixture for them. Aberdeen, Shakhtar Donetsk. Aberdeen, they are just in shambles right now. No goals scored in 6 games in the Premiership in Scotland. Just 1 point, sitting bottom of the league. And I know what I've said before about the Ukrainian clubs, but there's no way Shakhtar is going to lose this one. So, yeah, I'm going for a Shakhtar Donetsk win away in Scotland. Another team from Cyprus, Larnaca, against the Dutch side, Alkmaar. Both of them with experience, like I said, in European competitions, like Europa League or Conference League, obviously. This might be a draw. I think it's going to be a close game. So, yeah, I went for a 2-1 win away for the Dutch side. But like I said, I do think that the team from Cyprus, they'll fare pretty good, especially at home. Cerge AEK Athens, I went for a 2-1 for the Slovenian champions. I was actually surprised that they ended up in the Europa League. I was expecting them, especially after last season's success, made it, I think, all the way to the quarterfinals in the Conference League. I was expecting them to get at least in the Europa League. They currently lead the Slovenian league. AEK Athena, I think, second place in the Greek Super League. I think it's going to be a close game, and I think Cerge might just sneak it by 1 goal. Fiorentina, Sigma Olomouc. I went for a big win, even though their form has been terrible. They haven't won a game yet. Pioli is having trouble making Moise Kean and Gudmundsson, picking up from where they left last season. But this is a good team. I think they will come good in the end. They do have a lot of experience at this level. Played 2 finals, unfortunately lost both of them. At home, first game against a Czech side that currently sits 6th, I think, in the Czech League. For me, Czech League is all about the big 3: Sparta Prague, Slavia Prague, and Victoria Plzeň. No offense for the other ones. So I do expect Fiorentina to win this game and to start winning actually games in Serie A as well. 5 games without a win, that's worrying. Legia Samsunspor, once again a Turkish side on the road against a Polish side that currently 7th, if I'm not mistaken, or 6th in the Ekstraklasa. Samsunspor pretty much at the same place in Turkish league, but we can all agree that on the road the Turkish side, they are not as strong as they are at home. So I do expect Legia to win this game. Rakov, Universitatea Craiova. I go for a away win. Pretty surprisingly, they are leading the Romanian league. Mirel Rădoi, who was the coach at the national team, and also coach for the Romanian teams who made it all the way to the semifinals of under 19 6 years ago. I do expect them to cause an upset and to win. And nobody expected them to make it this far. As far as I know, they started in the first qualifying round of the Conference League, so they did play some games up until this point. Rakov, from all the Polish side that they are in the competition, are sitting, I think, 11th, so the lowest in the Ekstraklasa rankings from the 4th Polish sides. Shelburne Hacken, I think I went a little bit too optimistic for the team from Ireland. Both of them mid-table, Shelburne 6th, Hacken 14th. Both leagues obviously played on the spring-fall timeline. This might be a draw, and even a win for the Norway for the team from Sweden. Pretty close to call. Slovan Strasbourg, this is gonna be a good one as well. I think the second blockbuster of the match day one in the Conference League. Strasbourg started pretty well in the Ligue 1 this season. I think their first defeat in this calendar year at home came last weekend against Olympique de Marseille. Up until the point, if I'm not mistaken, they had the most points at home after Paris Saint-Germain. It's not an easy place to go in Bratislava. The champions of Slovakia, they've been eliminated by Kairat Almaty, and I'm pretty sure after they watched that game against Real Madrid, they pulled their hair. They could have been over there. I think there was one penalty away from qualifying. So yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game from the French side. And by the way, if you wonder where Benjamin Chilwell is playing, is at Strasbourg. And the last one, a game that I think again is straightforward for me. Sparta Prague, leaders in the Chance Liga in Czech Republic against Shamrock Rovers, who did came, I think, from the Champions League, and sitting currently at the top of the Ireland Premiership, but in Czech Republic against a good team. I just cannot see them getting any kind of result. So there you have it. These are my predictions for the Europa Conference League match day 1, and I hope I'll get at least a quarter right. Until next time, everybody, have a nice day.